This video is to help you find your septic system as-built record. As-built are simply drawings of your septic system to show you where on your property your system is located and relevant septic system information. To find your as-built, you're going to go to the Snohomish Health District website as shown up here in the browser bar. You will then click on AsBuilt Records. This will bring you to a page that talks about what AsBuilt records are, and you're going to click on the link to the online RME database of septic records. This is a searchable database of septic system care records, and you can look either up by your site address or your tax ID. I'm going to choose site address, and I'm going to simply enter my site street number in the first box and my street name in the second box. Now this system is rather finicky, so you really just want to enter your street name in the beginning. You don't want to add things like directions or the street or avenue or boulevard because you're likely not to have any results. Once you hit submit, you will either be brought to a list of addresses and you'll have to select which one is yours, or if it's a unique address, you'll get right to this window as shown here. Once here, you're going to click on Scanned Septic System Records. You'll be shown a list of different records, and you'll have to look at and print each individual record. So we're going to start by looking at the cover sheet for the septic system. The cover sheet is a great place to try and find out what system type you have. For newer cover sheets, you're going to find that there is a list or checkboxes of different system types. So for example, this is an LPD system or a low pressure distribution system. And there's also another feature which is an ATU or aerobic treatment unit system. And if you're not familiar with these terms, you can look on our website for additional information and brochures about each one, or you can always contact the health district with questions about your septic system type. Now, if you have an older system, you probably won't have a cover sheet that looks like this. Instead, it'll probably look more like this, or this is actually the application, and it's not going to be easy to find your septic system type. So you'll have to look through the words and the map and see if there's any clues to your system type. But if you don't find anything about specific components, it is likely a gravity system. So if we go back to our list of documents, the next thing we're going to look at is our septic system application. Now the application will also have similar information about your septic type. So if you don't have a cover letter, you can look here for your type. But it will also give you information like your septic tank size. If you have a pump tank, it'll give you the size of that as well, and other relevant information that may be helpful to you. Lastly, we're going to click on the actual as-built, and this will show you a map or a diagram of your septic system. And they will look very different depending on how old your system is, but most will show you some depiction of the house and where your septic tank is, and then these are the drain field lines. Another thing to look for is your reserve area, and the reserve area and drain field lines are areas that you'll want to protect from traffic and other things to care for your septic system. Now for each one of these, you're able to print these out. I'm not going to click on it because there's a lag, but you can either print it to a printer or you can save it as a PDF. Now there is one other feature to show on the online RME database, and that's that there's a new feature called Site Work History. And if you click on Service History, you may find that there's service records. Now this one doesn't have any, but anytime there's a septic inspection now or a new inspection, your provider can upload your report to see what they found during their inspection. And this is really great because it shows a record of your good septic system maintenance. I will show you an example report. So for example, this is a gravity system that was inspected, and it shows you the different features or things that an inspector may look at when trying to see if your septic system is functioning well. So that's all. Hopefully this will help you find your as-built document, and we look forward to seeing you at a future septic system care workshop.